Hey guys, it's me from Me and Jam, and I didn't think I'd make a video of this, but I thought since we haven't made many videos and we're still working on a review and we've all finished what we're doing for school and university and all that, I have decided I'll make my E3 videos. So I'm going to do E3 of the 3 conferences. I probably might not watch Sony's because of how late it is, but I'll definitely do Nintendo and Microsoft's. And Microsoft's is today, so I'm going to talk about my thoughts of their conference today at E3 2013. And I'll talk shortly about it because I don't go too in depth because I made the video too long and too boring, but I'll make my short clips and what I think was good. Well, overall, you knew what the Xbox One was about. You know, it needs to be connected with the Kinect all the time. Microsoft will know everything you're talking about, see what you're doing and all that rubbish. It needs to be on connected to the internet all the time, rubbish, and that shit. So they need something to basically wow their fans, to make them not leave them. And what do they show? Well, games, and that's what they promised they would show. Games, and games. Which I was impressed. I thought they would have just been talking about more of the shit they were talking about the other month about TV and all that crap, but it isn't important whatsoever. And they showed some fairly decent stuff. Well, decent-ish. Some games I liked, some games I didn't like. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, there's only 5 games I really liked, whilst others, well, they were okay, but nothing that you would say, oh yeah, buy, only if you're a fan of it. So I'll just talk about some games, not those of games that I think are rubbish. I mean, for one, let's talk about games I do like and I really think look fun. Okay, just got a list here. Killer Instinct, rare, great British company. I really love them to bits. They think they're great. Back in the Nintendo days, Microsoft days, not so good. The Kinect surface just went over the shit. Banjo-Kazooie nuts and bolts, bad game. Only game I liked from them then, Grabbed by the Ghoulies for the original Xbox, which I thought was good. But Killer Instinct, having another Killer Instinct, oh yes, we wanted this. We've been wanting this for ages. And to be honest with you, I think it looks good. It looks sort of like Street Fighter 4, which is not something I really wanted. I wanted something bigger than that. But overall, the combat system looks great. Ultra combos and instant kills. Like, oh my god, was that cool? And just know that you can record it. You can live stream it with oh, what's it called now? God, what's it called now? That live stream stuff. I'm just gonna say live stream stuff because it's hard for me to remember everything. But yeah, you can live stream your games, and that looks great. And just think of doing that in a combo, like in Killer Instinct, and playing in the fighting game, or live streaming it online for people to watch. You could do tournaments, you could do everything, and that just made it great. I wish they showed more though, because I think the game looks pretty damn good. Next game, Project Spark. I think that looks good because as a games developer, well, it's me trying to get into the games industry and developing games myself. It's a good way to get yourself known. It's a good way to be creative and give people a look at what you can do. And it looks like you're doing slight programming, which is pretty good. Slight programming with basic keys put into the game, such as they showed off a rock turning into a pet. You could customize the brain so it could interact with you and the world's environment, which is good. I like the idea of that. Sounds enjoyable. Let's see what else. Also, what else in that game? Like how the Kinect is used makes it somewhat needed, whilst having yourself to create like landscapes and the whole environment of where enemies come in, make villages, make it like a whole complete apocalyptic world they showed. And I saw that other things you could create, like you can make a Limbo type game, you can make little car games, you can make some really decent inventions like type excavate games, which are great. I think that looks good. I think it looks enjoyable. Next game, Titanfall. The last game they showed, and they had to break E3 with something good. And I think they did, because Titanfall looks fun. It kind of reminds me of, what's the word? Getting a Crisis. But that's probably me thinking about Crisis, but I've never played Crisis, but it looks like Crisis. with these giant robot machines which look so good, well detailed. Just, oh my god, it looked like they were really, like, properly real, and the scale of them looked really good. They grab you, put them inside. That was so nice to see. I wish they showed a bit more gameplay on that. I know they showed like a few minutes, but it could have been a bit longer. But it looked fun to play, and I love how much action that was going into it. Secondly, the next game will be Sunset Overdrive. I like the look of the anime type look in CGI. It looked anime to me, and it reminds me of, I know it sounds really weird, it reminds me of Jet Set Radio. I don't know, just something of it looked like Jet Set Radio, and it got me to that. And also Team Fortress, but obviously probably not similar games, but it reminds me of that, and I think the look of it is great. It looks very wacky, Japanesey, and it just it just flew off the screen and just showed me, you know, this is what you can do. It's gonna have this, it's gonna have that, the texture's gonna look this, it's gonna look some sort of cel-shaded style. It won me over by that. I thought that was pretty good. And the last game that I think looked good on the Xbox One, Dead Rising 3. If you didn't think I would put Dead Rising on it, then obviously you don't understand how I love zombie games, and this being an open world, Dead Rising is great, and just seeing all them zombies pile together to get you was great, and it looked like, you know, you really have to survive in this. It looked like what Walking Dead, the game Walking Dead, should have been. All zombies just cramping up to you, and you gotta just fucking save yourself, man. And you can still do the customizations that you could do in Dead Rising 2. Your main character looks like a whiny bitch. I'm not going to joke, he looks so whiny, it's kind of depressing. And it looks very cool, like, you know, zombies will hear every movement you do, and hopefully they pick up on that and stay using that idea of zombies will hear every move. Or is it just something gimmick to pretend that the game can do it and it can't do it? Also, I like the idea of they can get distracted by flares, which in games like Zombie U and Zombie U, Left 4 Dead, and even the Survivor's Instinct Walking Dead game, they did, which is good, because I love the idea of, you know, you've got to find a way of getting past these and using cars and just smashing through everything just to get your destinations. Love. Well, share already up to 10 minutes. Just have to talk briefly about other games. Other games they showed was like Battlefield, but it's not really exclusive. It's something that's pretty self-explanatory. It's like Call of Duty. In fact, if you played any other Battlefield games like Bad Company or Battlefield 2, you know, you're getting the same things. But I will say the graphics are nice on that game. I thought it looked realistic, and it gave a really good sense to that, like the environment. What was the other one then they showed? Rise. Not to be honest, not interested. It looked really boring. I'm not interested in sort of like the Roman, you know, like the Roman empires and all that, ancient Rome. And to be honest, the game looked very rough and choppy. That's what I thought. And it looked like the game engine or the system couldn't run it properly. But that's probably maybe from the stream, but it just didn't look good. Forza Motorsports 5, that looked good. I will say graphics wise it looked great, but I'm not fully in for graphics. I like the gameplay, and not playing Forza before, it makes me want to play it, but if it's an Xbox 360, Xbox One exclusive, probably won't buy it. That's something I should also put in. Will I buy the system? Because I can't talk much more about the games themselves now because time constraints on my camera and also YouTube. I don't want to bore you about it. What else? The price of the system itself in the UK is £429. It comes out in November, and game prices, don't know. And the overall outlook of what I thought of their conference, I would say it's a half. it impressed me in parts of it. They did promise what they were asking for. 5 exclusives that I like and 5 games I would want for it. Doesn't make me want to buy a system like that. If it's only got 5 exclusives that I want to play, and if they're just exclusives and I can't buy them on no system, makes me think, oh, there's not much I can get out of it. If I had like over about 7 or 10 games that I wanted, I would have went for that console straight away. But I know they showed a new Halo, but that doesn't make... I'm not really big on the Halo series, so it doesn't make me want to buy the system. Overall, I will say it showed games that are good for the system, but not enough to buy. I think I would stick with my Wii U and PS4 because I think they've shown a lot more than what Microsoft are offering. But if you like the system, fair enough, that's your own opinion. I'm not saying that you're an idiot for wanting to get the system. However, fair enough, you got your own opinions on if you want it. But this is my opinion. I'm saying I don't like the system. I don't think it was that interesting. It didn't show enough to impress me. But for other people, if it impressed you, good for you. Buy it and have fun with it. But me, I'm going to stick with my Wii U, PS4 and my PC. So that's for me. And you know, I hope you've enjoyed this video of my Xbox E3 press conference of 2013. Hope you've enjoyed it. And tomorrow will be Nintendo's E3 after Nintendo Direct, and I'll do another video afterwards. Take care guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.